lovelies. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you're not having too bad of a Christmas day. We have a very low-key Christmas this year. We didn't even have any present for each other, or even for Freckles. Presents, which is Freckles, but this year, I don't know. I was just not too inspired. Say hello when you're here. I just want to, I want just to show up for a quick, hi Lindsay, for a quick hello and wishing you a very happy Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, Joey is cooking our Christmas dinner for tonight. And as I said, I feel really, really kind of bad in a way because I didn't give Freckles anything. It's like kind of depressed and sad, and it just hit me. I should have got her something, so at least probably she would have been excited. I'm not sure why she kind of distressed and depressed or feeling sad. But it is what it is. I guess even animals, they have their moments too, right? Because you are feeling lonely or sad or depressed, please don't. Hi, Maria. Hi, Caroline. Thank you, dear ladies. I'm on so many platforms. I'm on my 3 groups as well as my 2 pages and my personal page and on YouTube to see who is on. Thank you for being here. Dear ladies, Merry Christmas. So the reason I show up, I just want to tell you, ladies, if you're feeling lonely and sad and depressed and distressed, I can cheer you up. So check either under the relationship or of my high success rate, because I can make everything so simple for you. So why can Kat do it and not so many other coaches, for example, are able to do it? Fear, attachment, right? And fantasy and wishful thinking, and inner stillness. When there is inner stillness and inner silence, because you're no longer grasping, right? So that is what I'm offering that probably most other coaches don't really possess, because they're still comes from inner freedom, from inner peace, from inner silence, or from inner stillness. I want to teach all of that to you, ladies. So please, I just don't get like at least once a week of my coaching. A lot of times, two or 3 times a week, so I can, help you hands-on a lot of times a week. You also have access to the previous whooping 126 classes or satsangs, and those classes amount to over 136 times a week, a few hours a day, right? And you'll become so much. I will keep reminding you whatever it is that you're worried about really has no basis in reality, and you're just creating all these problems in your own head. And I can make it so clear to you, so there is no doubt in you that, yeah, I think she's telling me the right thing. For example, the last satsang, which is the number 126, I talk about when you need to set boundaries and how, when you are to save for a guy. If you have followed me for a while, I very rarely talk about setting up boundaries, right? This is the sort of thing that every other coach in the niche teaches you, how to set boundaries. Quite the opposite, Kat teaches you to soften your boundaries first. But there are instances, for example, in which I see that women have zero boundaries, right? They have no boundaries whatsoever. They are people pleasers. And to teach them to soften boundaries will be misleading, right? So This is why I don't give you generic advice, ladies. I give you advice according to your specific needs. If you are a doormat, and some of you are, not many, but some are really like very submissive, like always afraid to rock the boat, always keep quiet. You need to have boundaries. You're already too soft, right? So you need to be both sides. Do you understand? This is what I teach. What I teach is the all encompassing, so centered, because every trait is not good or bad, but you need to recognize it within yourself. Emotions or extreme opposites. That is at the center of my teaching, ladies, right? So that is satsang number 126. It ran for about, and then number 125. This is a very important class that you, especially who are so reactive, explosive, so easily offended, right? It's called How You Become Toxic to a Man. And this is why he disappears on you. So recently, ladies, there is a lady who came to me, for coaching because her husband filed for a divorce, right? And within 5 seconds of talking to her, she's already lashing out at me. Someone who is trying to help her, within 5 seconds, she's showing her true colors. And only because I was asking her, uh, are you from a Muslim background? Because, I can see from your name, you have like kind of Arabic or Middle Eastern name, perhaps. And she lashed out, what has it got to do with anything? If that is how you operate on, based on race or prejudice, then we can stop our coaching right here, right now. That is within the first 10 seconds we say hello to each other. Oh my goodness. I said, no, it's not about that. I don't have a problem with any comes from Muslim culture, right? So if I give them advice based on my the side of me, that's his relationship from the Western point of view, it's not gonna work. So it's not that, I would judge you because you're a Muslim or you're Middle Eastern, whatever. I have so many clients from that part of the world. But I cannot give the same advice I give Western women or women who live in Western societies to women who are born in a traditional or Muslim culture, for example, because it's not going to work. It's a totally different mindset, for example, from the Muslim culture. What, relationship or marriage is all about, right? It's not going to be the same point of view or perspective for those other women who live in the West or who were brought up in Western culture, Western society. But she was already so, I don't know, Muslims. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about that. I just want to give the best advice. That thing didn't really go too terribly well because she is so extreme. Best coaching possible, but you are just too narcissistic, And I can understand now why your husband can't stand you. You're batshit crazy. I just say it as it is. You're batshit crazy, man. I'm trying to help you, but you're not ready to hear me out. You're not ready for the highest truth that you are the problem. So it is what it is, So this class, ladies, will tell you the kind of behaviors that make your husband or your partner or you even, right, to start with. And then, after who hired me, and then pretty much right away she realized, oops, she's not going to side with me because all her thing is how I can make my husband listen to me, how I can make my husband trust me. And I said to her, just say it as it is. because I have no agenda. I have no motivation other than telling it, whatever. But no refund. Sorry. I'm giving her the best kind of advice you will ever get. God, she's so right. Because probably nobody else is willing to tell her the painful truth about herself. Everybody is trying to coddle her, right? Telling, this is how you fix your marriage, by telling your husband this and that, asking him to do this, to do that, with zero regards of how you come across to him or other people. That is sad. You would love the title, The Art of Not Giving a Fuck, when to walk away and when to. You're still confused about the hot and cold by your EUM, and then you are so like affected, the less likely he's going to care about how you behave or how you feel, right? That is the paradox of it. So you have to cultivate that skills of not giving a fuck, ladies. I'm serious, right? So recently, another client who is now living with her introduced me to others that she's a roommate. That is so hurtful. I mean, they're living together, but not really like official in a way. I guess they try to sort of like save money. So I said, put back the energy and focus that you're giving on him, and give it the way you see fit without an apology. Don't even down in his eyes. Okay, when a woman is a one down, he lost all the attraction toward you. So just don't worry. It's just a phase, right? Likelihood is 22. I talk about actually how men are actually feeling creatures more than women. A lot of you always complain to me, oh, my man is very closed off. They are not really like expressing themselves. They don't open up with their emotions and this and that. In this class, I'm telling you, actually, men are feeling creatures, instinctively withdraw or be quiet or become aloof, right? Not necessarily, right? Or they know that whenever they open up about their feelings, you become very offended, very reactive. So they have learned just to keep their mouth shut whenever they're some women. Number 121. For example, I talk about the one thing that will help you come to me, oh, this is why I think I'm just going to break up with him. I'm going to run away from him because he's all the time, probably he doesn't even think whatever it is that you are accusing him of thinking. All is just your own inner conflict, right? That is just getting so aggravated, and there is also satsang number 122. This is also quite common. What to do when my long-distance fiance suggests an open relationship, right? Don't you want to know my answer to that? And trust me, no advice that I give you is generic. My advice is always specific to your problems and challenges, and will be different from one person to the next, because I need to know the history of your relationship and the dynamics of it as well. Okay. So, satsang number 118 with Coach Daisha as well. How to let him lead and be okay with the pace. This is so difficult for most of you ladies. You just want everything to happen. Cannot sit back and relax and let things unfold organically and naturally. You're always scared. You always your relationship becomes so toxic because you ooze toxicity, because you always expect and you always attach to an idea of how a relationship needs to be, attached to a desire and a wishful thinking and a fantasy of being with this guy or that guy. And you, with that kind of attitude, that kind of mindset, you're always going to put pressure on other people. And when you put pressure, people feel pressured. One by one, they disappear from your life because you are Just sign up, ladies, and catch up uh, for the live class. All right. And one last thing before I go. Those are just 5 or 6 of the classes that are currently available in the library. There is also a class on how to be high value and easy to lose in a relationship, and how to lure with honey in a long-term relationship. Remember the class how to be high value and easy to lose? This is like a super gay class. Like, you know, so many ladies rave about this one class because it gives them the magic chill pill that they need, right? So I that class to include how to be high value and easy to lose. Class number, let me see, relationship, and satsang number 112, how to be honey effortlessly and naturally. Okay, so sign up, ladies. And another thing before I leave, um, Coach Dacia and I are going to Cabo January 25th to February the 4th. So if some of you, and it's very limited availability because obviously it's not a retreat. So more for you ladies who want to become my premium client, meaning work closely face to face with me and Coach Dacia while being entertained, wine and dine in the beach. We're gonna stay in. So if you're interested, we probably have 2 or 3 spots available for any of you who want to working out the kinks in your love life, or in your life in general, right? So we call it intensive. So you can come for a day or 2 days or the weekend. Just every subscription is only $99. So this is here with me how much to stay for one day or the weekend or 2 days or 3 days or the whole week. And availability. But rest assured, next year when everything is back to normal, only better, we're gonna have a retreat the whole week in Cabo, and it's not gonna break the bank because I always want your company more than than the dollars. The dollars is important too, but I love entertaining you. I love helping you. You know, the reason why I think I can mix this practice with my love for traveling. I love my job so much. I love my life, and this is why this year has been a little bit hard for me as well, because I feel that my wing have been clipped and I cannot fly. My life is always about freedom. Even though I have the inner freedom, I don't have the freedom to travel all over the world to see you ladies and to do this work, all beautiful places in the world. So I want to have a little bit of it for society. Okay, so PM me if you are interested. All right, ladies, thank you so much. I can go away with a bonus class that you can listen over and over, including that super hit class, how to be high value and easy to lose. There are about 60 something classes that you can choose from as your bonus. So stay for 3 months, and your next bonus will come after 4 months after you claim the first one, and the next 4 months, It's very affordable, ladies, right? If you love to go to the mall to eat out, for example, to buy shoes and bags that you don't need, that cost you hundreds of dollars every time you go out or go to the mall, you can also spend that money to nourish your soul, to then you won't find anywhere else in the world. I guarantee, I promise you, you will not find anything that I teach from any other coach in the world. Because to be able to teach what I teach, you have to live it first. So when I say I can see things with utmost clarity because there is inner silence, there is inner stillness in me, because I no longer grasp on anything, because I'm telling you the truth. That is how my uh, that is what my subjective experience is, right? That is how I live my life. That is how I perceive the world. This is why I become such an effective counselor, ladies. And I can teach you that, all right? Just be patient, give yourself time. You will come to that place, little by little, maybe, because this thing is extremely counterintuitive. I will not be able to teach this probably 7 years ago, because 7 years ago, I hadn't come to that place yet. But now I can teach you with that whatever it is that I live, it's proven. Whatever it is that I preach to you, ladies, it's proven. Okay? And you don't want to be led, you don't want to be in the case of a blind leading the blind. If you go to unhealed healers who still have their unresolved issues, they will give you advice based on their unresolved issues as well, which is not going to help. All right? So just join me in the class. And what else do I want to talk about? That's it for now. Here, ladies, Merry Christmas once again. I hope you're having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye.